Batman Arkham City, a game made by Rocksteady. No, not that one. This game's based a year after the first one, and in that time, the Gotham government was able to evict a huge portion of Gotham from their homes, as well as close local businesses and relocate them elsewhere in the city, to make way for a massive super prison, where they'll fill it with criminals that range from the most pettiest of gangbangers, who can't stop talking shit about Batman,
I'm gonna cut you up into tiny pieces for breaking in here,
to the most psychotic and dangerous villains in Gotham City.
Heads or tails, kitty cat?
So, Batman,
Only one of us can leave this chamber alive.
Or you will
Die.
But you of all people should know, there's plenty wrong with me.
All this in 1 year. I mean, the game even recognises how stupid the premise is by making the main character address it in the first 5 minutes of the intro.
Every inmate from Arkham Asylum and Blackgate Prison has been relocated to this facility. How can this be safe for the people of Gotham?
I will say though, out of the 3 games, this one is probably my favourite. It took what it learned from the first game and expanded on it. The combat feels more improved, however Batman still occasionally punches the air during fights, which can really fuck you up if you're going for a high combo or the perfect flow trophy. Not only that, but the ground pound move's still a bit janky, since sometimes he'll just sit on someone's face and then hit him in the dick. It was sad to hear that this was going to be Mark Hamill's last time voicing the Joker. Personally, I would say he's my favourite actor to bring this character to life, and it was really sad to see him exit the role.
Miss me? So that was a fucking lie.
If you're playing the Return to Arkham version, or if you downloaded the Catwoman DLC for the PS3 version, then during the story the game will cut from Batman and then you have to play as Catwoman for a small while. And in short, it's nothing interesting. She's not trying to stop a mass bombing, or stop a clown from achieving immortality. No, she's just trying to rob a place. And the game will switch you to her at the most inappropriate times in the game. Oh no, Batman's been caught by Joker and Harley Quinn. What's he gonna do? Catwoman time! Look, you get to play as Catwoman. Isn't this great? Oh no, she's caught by Poison Ivy. Ah!
I don't care.
A welcomed addition to the game that wasn't in the first, as well as being a bigger open world, is side missions, which help fill up the world with things to do. The first one you'll probably come across is the AR missions, which I advise you do as soon as possible, since after doing the first few, you'll unlock the grapnel boost, which makes the traversal of the game so much more smoother. The other side missions involve you having to track down and fight some of Batman's B and C class villains, such as the likes of Bane, Deadshot, Zsasz, and a mysterious killer who leaves their victims missing pieces of their face. But the biggest of all side missions come in the form of an overabundance of collectibles. That's right, the Riddler is back, who again has filled the entire prison with green glowing trophies. However, this time he has learnt from his previous mistakes by leaving maps around, and instead gave all his information to probably the biggest blabbermouths of all of Arkham City.
Tell me everything about the Riddler.
just do what he says. I'll tell you everything.
You're about to grass, are you? There's one thing no one likes. It's a grass.
In the last game there was no payoff for collecting all the Riddler trophies, but this time, after you acquire a certain amount, you unlock the location of a hostage room which involves you to take part in an elaborate saw-type trap. Each room is different and requires you to use a different tactic to save each hostage. And once you've freed all the hostages and found all the trophies, you finally have a chance to punch Riddler in his smug little face, after having to listen to his narcissistic chatter for hours of gameplay. But the Riddler is still not done with you yet. No, because if you're going for the Platinum Trophy, you'll have to enter Riddler's Revenge, aka the challenge maps. Just like the last game, they are split into 2 types of challenges, the combat challenges and the predator challenges. To unlock the trophies for this section, you'll first have to earn every single medal on each challenge map. The combat medals require you to reach a certain score. They're achieved by beating the shit out of enemies while filling up the multiplier for max points. For the predator challenges, there are 3 different objectives to complete while you're sneaking around, and you must be able to achieve each one before you finish the challenge to obtain every medal available. But that's not all, because Arkham City has something that they like to call campaigns. Each campaign has 3 challenge maps to complete, meaning there are 9 medals in each campaign to get.
Fuck it. There's so much shit.
I have to admit this was the part I enjoyed the least, mainly because it's just a rehash of challenges I've already done, but instead they just add modifiers to make it that much more harder. And make sure you're smart with what modifier you put on each challenge, because if you miscalculate then you could put yourself in a world of shit and will have to restart the whole campaign again. And once you've done all that, all that's left is to mop up the remainder of the trophies, such as pressing F for respect at the sight of the murder of Batman's parents, and changing the date on your PlayStation 12 times so you can get all the dialogue options for Calendar Man. Obviously you don't have to change the dates on the PlayStation and instead come on the game on the actual holidays, but I don't think your family would appreciate you firing up the console halfway through Christmas dinner so you can hear what Calendar Man has to say.
You'll excuse me, I've got to be going.
Why?
Something has come to my attention.
This game also has a New Game Plus that you have to complete for a trophy, but at that point you know exactly what you have to do and where you have to go, and your Batman should be fully upgraded, so a New Game Plus shouldn't be a problem at all. Overall, I'd recommend this game to near about anyone. It's my favourite one out of the three, but that just might be because it has more sentimental value to me since I played it relentlessly when it first came out when I was younger, and it's still a great game, and it's worth the play. As far as getting the Platinum Trophy goes, I would definitely recommend you go for it. The only real struggle is the campaign missions on Riddler's Revenge, but it really does just take practice. And if you've already got the Platinum Trophy on any of the other Batman games, you'll have an idea of what you're getting yourself into, and won't have that much of a problem. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, and to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
So anyway, here's the deal. Mr. J is really not up to a visit right now. He's not feeling himself. Well, actually, he was earlier, but that's not what I meant.
Did you just imply...